And we're going to start with whatever choices that you have. So whoever wants to call out, please be our guest and call out the names or the group of food that you want to choose and the denomination. So who's going first?
I'll go
Me.
first.
Okay. Me, Madhuji and Kishanji. Okay, Kishanji, please go ahead.
I'll go the 500 fruits.
500 for fruits it is. Okay.
Cherry.
Cherry.
Okay.
And it's good for the health. To increase your blood circulations and also lower your sugar also.
Okay. Okay. Well, let's see what the answer is, and let's see if you've got all the points in terms of the good factors. So mainly, cherry is the right answer. Very good. Good job, Kishanji. The main thing is cherry or any of the dark colored vegetables have antioxidant properties. And this particular vegetable especially is very good even for arthritis. So anti-inflammatory properties. And cherry juice, just not too much, but just less than an ounce of stuff, especially when you're going for a marathon or you're going for a big race and stuff. They say take a little bit of cherry juice. It really, really helps to reduce the muscle soreness. Of course, it has got other properties like help enabling your sleep, and pain relief is the biggest factor. So the anti-inflammatory properties and also reducing gout. Ashwini, do you have anything to add here?
No, nothing extra, ma'am. But you can't consume cherries in a much larger quantity. That is one thing that I have to add.
So reducing blood sugar is not a direct property, Kishanji. What I would say is that whenever you take cherries, because cherry has a higher glycemic index or a higher level of sugar, you want to be more careful consuming it. Smaller portion of it, however, can be a medicinal property. So 1 ounce of cherry juice, pure cherry juice, 1 ounce of pure cherry juice, when you take it for athletic performance, it really, really helps, especially when you have sore joints. And for arthritis, especially for osteoarthritis, it is very, very helpful. Okay, next one, please. Madhuji, you can go next.
You.
Thank you. Thank you, Kishanji. Yeah, go ahead. Please put the screen on for the tiles.
1 minute more.
Foodpardy.
Okay, Madhuji.
Come, let's play Foodpardy.
Madhuji.
Oh, sorry.
No problem.
Vegetable 500. Sorry,
Vegetable.
I was muted.
No problem. Vegetable for 500 it is. Okay.
Yeah, it for you.
Fruit 500 should disappear. It's not disappearing.
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's carrot, gajar, whatever you call it.
Okay.
And it's very healthy and has to be included, I think, every day in our vegetables, because it's very good for eyes. And
can you?
I don't know.
No, I think you gave some good points. One of the most important things. Yeah. Very good answer, Madhuji. Good answer. One of the most important things with vitamin A, your best source for vitamin A is carrots. And the darker the carrots, the better it is, the more nourishing it is. In fact, the color of red carrots, which you don't get everywhere, but you get in the tropical weathers, those carrots are actually one of the best highest in vitamin A.
Yeah, they're purple.
Of course, good for your eyes, good for your teeth. Yes, there is purple. So I have told you this many times, the color, the vibrancy of the color of the fruits and vegetables is very critical. And if you are seeing that the vegetable actually doesn't ooze out a lot of color, then that probably means that the vegetable has been sitting in the shelf for a longer period of time. So don't buy carrots that are bulky, huge. Buy carrots that are smaller. Nowadays, because of the different ways of how they grow vegetables, they tend to make it humongous and big. Buy smaller portions, but buy the smaller sized carrots or smaller sized vegetables, because those are the ones that do not have any GMO in it. But anyways, just to remind you, carrots are excellent. Most of your fruits and vegetables are good for antioxidants, but specifically carrots, because it's got the vitamin A, which is a fat soluble vitamin, excellent for your cancer prevention, for eye health, digestive properties because of fiber, and cardiovascular health because of vitamin A again. And of course, the best for skin. So if you want to use it as a pack to, put it carrot juice, they say is fantastic. Ashwini, anything else that you would like to add?
The one thing is that so many people eat carrot in a raw thing, but recently the studies have established that there are minute parasites which are present in the raw carrots. So I recommend everyone to eat cooked carrots, even though we tend to eat carrot in a raw manner. But recently there are so many studies that says that the carrot has a parasite which goes to the brain and produce too many symptoms, and it forms a cyst in the brain. So one small advice is to cook it. If you don't want to cook it entirely, at least cook it in a medium flame, like not entirely boiled, but sorted kind of thing.
Got it. So a carrot salad then is probably not the best to eat it raw.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yes, ma'am. Recently the studies have said.
Okay.
We make an instant pickle with carrot. It's like sort of stir fry, just tarka, rai, curry pata and all that. It tastes so good with lemon juice.
Yes.
So half cooked like.
Yeah. In fact, I have learned another recipe for pickle at home with carrot and fresh turmeric.
Yeah. No, we put turmeric also in this.
Yeah, it is so delicious with a little bit of ginger. It's extremely, and then a little dash of lemon in it also. It tastes fantastic. It's so good.
When I make it, it gets over in that time only, it's very nice.
And also ginger.
Yeah.
Pieces of ginger.
Yeah. So I do carrot, turmeric, and then small pieces of ginger. And there is also another mango ginger. Besides the regular ginger, there's another mango ginger, which you can add, which has got a little bit of sour taste to it too. That'll also taste very good. I don't know what it's called in the traditional. Yeah.
How does it look? How does it look?
Very similar to ginger. Let me look it up. It's called manga inji in Tamil. I don't know what else it's called in other languages. I'll look it up and let you know. Go ahead.
Amma haldi.
No, that is haldi, right? This is mango ginger I'm talking about. Traditional name. Wait, go to the next one, please. Yeah, who's going next?
Me.
Foodpardy.
Ashwini, if you take away
Come, let's
all the
play
time, if you go back, then it won't disappear. Whatever the questions already done. Just you have to press on the top left corner.
Top left corner.
I think so. Yeah. Or
Mango ginger is they make a pickle. They make a tea. Yogi sells a tea also of mango ginger.
Yes. I don't know if you're able to actually see it. It will look very much like turmeric, and this is what it looks like. Are you able to see it?
Yeah, we see, but it looks like ginger only, right?
Yes, but it's called mango ginger because it has got a little bit of sourness to it and a tart to it, and it'll slightly be like a light yellow color. They make mango ginger pickle in India, in many of the states, and this added to this carrot pickle will be really tasty.
Wow.
Who's going next? And please say your name.
Thank you. I loved it.
I.
I is who?
Niranjana.
Niranjana ji, please choose.
Yeah. The fruit for 400.
Okay, fruit for 400. Fantastic.
Grapes.
Awesome. You're on a roll now. Okay, Niranjana ji, do you know any of the nutritional values of grapes? Can you say something?
The vitamins, maybe little bit B, A, I know. Not too much. No
C,
idea.
vitamin
No
C.
idea.
That's okay.
No.
We'll find out from grapes is the right answer.
It
is
has a
act-
little bit of protein in it also. Grapes have green
Yes.
grapes have the protein, but they are really heavy in fat, and they're not good for the diabetics. I think you can only have limited amount for the diabetics.
Yeah, not so high in the fat, but more in the sugar. The sugar glycemic index, which they say when you have certain fruits and vegetables where the amount it raises your blood sugar is called as the glycemic index. So that is slightly higher for any type of grapes, whether it's the red grapes, the purple grapes, the green grapes. And the green grapes, also, sometimes they say the variety that you get, like the bigger ones may not be sweet, but the smaller ones could be sweeter and the glycemic index could be much higher. When they are wine grapes, they'll actually be even more sweeter, because when they grow for wine, to make wine, then it could be a lot more sweeter. But of course, you have in front of you the immune system properties, and vitamin C is one of the important vitamins. And it's got, you're right, it's got some amount of protein, but not like a very significant amount where you can get majority protein there. There are other vegetables and fruits that has got more protein, and it's also great antioxidant properties.
And I think it has, if I'm not mistaken, it might have vitamin B6 also in it. Maybe.
Yes. Well, see, the main concern with most of your water-soluble vitamins is that when you wash it off, some of it is lost with the washing off. That's why they say, don't wash your fruits and vegetables too much. But yes, of course, it's important to wash off all the bacteria and stuff like that that's sitting on the surface. But yes, there is also some amount of B vitamins, but mainly the C vitamins are, C vitamin is what you see in grapes. Okay, great. Ashwini, if you can actually press on the left side, that way you don't go back to the original.
I am pressing on the left side one day, but it's not working.
Okay, never mind. That's all right. We'll work on it again. I think Dr. Rao is probably the best one who maneuvers this all the time. So let's go to the next. Let's go to the main tab.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Try to click on the right side, Ashwini. Right topmost.
Okay, I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. There you go. Okay, who's going next?
Jyotsna.
Jyotsna ji, boliye ji.
Yeah. Nuts 400. Nuts 400.
Nuts 400.
This is pistachio.
Very good. And do you know of any nutritional value, Jyotsna ji, that you can share? आप खाते हो पिस्ता खाते?
Yes, I खाती हूँ, पर vitamin, I think D or
Protein.
I'm not sure.
Very good. Very good. You are in the right track. Very good. Lot of the fat soluble vitamins, vitamin E mainly जो skin के लिए है और immune system के लिए है. Pistachio is very good at that. Also, lutein and zeaxanthin, which is xanthinin is another one, which is a lycopene and lutein. These are all properties which are good for the eyes and for the skin. So a lot of these fruits
and brain also, brain functions.
Yes, and so lutein actually is very good for the nerve too, and for the eye health. And the reason why they say for weight management is jo nuts ke, you have more fat in it, and it's got the monounsaturated fat. And also it improves, that's why it helps improve your LDL cholesterol and your HDL cholesterol, and also improves the insulin sensitivity. So what I usually do for pista is I either eat it raw in a salad or put it a little bit in your, oatmeal. You can add it in your cereal. sometimes I also add pistachio powder in some of the simple shakes that we make. A little bit of pistachio powder, not too much of sugar in it, but just a little bit of pistachio powder in it. So these are the ways that you can include pista. Of course, pista is definitely used in India. I think it's mainly Indian cooking. It's used in mainly the desserts that we eat. But besides that, you can use it just as a nut itself. Any other properties that you can think of?
All the nuts are mostly like omega-3 fatty acids, which is very, very important. All nuts, which has ALA, so plant-based omega-3 fatty acids for all the vegetarians here could got through nuts. That is the only thing. Because last time when I was communicating with most of the people, everyone has seemed to be vegetarian, where we need omega-3 fatty acids, which is usually from the salmon fatty fish. So the best plant source of omega-3 fatty acids would be most of the nuts. That is what the one thing that I want.
Excellent, excellent. Yes, definitely very important. Omega-3 fatty acids. We have spoken about this many, many times. And most of your nuts, especially if you're a vegetarian, are going to be the best source of omega-3 fatty acids, which help your brain. It helps your, a lot of the Alzheimer concerns and stuff like that, memory loss. All of those can be definitely delayed with using nuts as the right source of protein. Okay, fantastic. Let's go on to the next one, please.
Go ahead. Leafy vegetables.
I also.
Goelji, which one? Leafy vegetables for?
500.
500. Welcome, Goelji. Lovely to hear your voice.
Lettuce.
Goelji, please.
Lettuce.
Do you get to eat any lettuce? What do you eat it in? How do you eat it?
Raw.
Raw? And what benefits do you see out of it, Goelji?
Regarding benefits, it's vitamin K.
Okay, vitamin K, very good.
That's a blood thinner.
Okay.
And the other one is potassium.
Yeah, very good. Excellent job, Goelji. Thank you so much. Potassium is definitely a rich source in most of your lettuce and your green leafy vegetables. It's great for your heart. Potassium is an excellent regulator for your heart. Magnesium, potassium, and sodium, these are the ones that control your heart rate and everything. But besides that, this lettuce, when it's more darker in color, the more nutrients it has. Like if you take
it's good for anemia also. Lettuce is good for anemia and Alzheimer's. Now, the latest theory is that it helps with the Alzheimer's. That's what I just read recently.
Fantastic. That's a great point made. Definitely very good for Alzheimer's too. And also, because it's low in calorie, yeah, it's got calcium too. It's got low in calorie. So the bulking of it provides the fiber. And, when you include lettuce in your salads or you do like a lettuce wrap, there are so many different ways you can include lettuce, but the darker the color, more nutritious, like the field greens or the wild lettuce or the darker lettuce, like the romaine lettuce versus the other lettuce. You see the romaine lettuce will have more nutrients than your regular lettuce, like the light green lettuce. Ashmi, any points here?
Two things, like since the lettuce is like rich in vitamin K, people who are on blood thinners should be careful about taking it in a large quantities and taking it with medications. Usually we don't do like taking it along with the medications. Be careful about that. And second thing is, last time we were discussing about bone health, people who are very osteoporotic, we need a good source of vitamin K, because we need vitamin K for the bone health, which will be very important, which will be given by lettuce. But be careful because most of the old age people will be on some kind of deadliness. So look into it and take it accordingly.
Very good point made, Ashwini. So please remember, my dear people, that if you are on Coumadin, which is probably one of the common blood thinners, at least this is the generic term that they use, is Coumadin. If you are on Coumadin or any type of blood thinners, be careful consuming extra lettuce or too much vitamin K rich vegetables, because it can interact with the medication and kind of lower the effect of the blood thinning. So, or increase the effect of the blood thinning, I should say, not the other way, lower, but increase it. So your blood can become more thin when you have more vitamin K. So be very careful when you are on Coumadin. Okay, next one, please. Somebody's, please mute your mic if you're not talking, because there's a lot of disturbance in the background, please.
You want me to go with the second round?
Me,
Yeah, who? Somebody else wanted to go? Who was that? After that, Kishan ji can do it.
second now round.
नहीं आपने किया है एक बार already?
Okay, okay, no problem.
I'm asking.
Okay, I'll go. My name is Beena.
Beena ji, please.
Okay, vegetables 400.
Fantastic. Okay.
Moringa, that is the drumsticks.
Okay, excellent. Very good.
And they are very good for everything. Health-wise, it covers a lot of things: heart, blood sugar, practically everything, cancer. The powder, moringa powder, is very good to put it in the shakes and have it, because it is a very, very healthy thing. All your vitamins are in it.
Excellent. I think you've summarized everything that's needed there, Beena ji. Phenomenal. I love it. Of course, it's got very rich properties of iron in it. So it's a great source of iron. Helps you with anemia, and anti-inflammatory properties and antioxidant properties. Of course, the moringa and the, the most important thing is for the sexual concerns that they have when there is, concerns with that, when there's low testosterone and or low estrogen levels. Most of these, there is a lot of great things that the moringa can also do with that. And digestive properties, of course, it's highest in fiber. It improves gut health and great for diabetes, lowering blood sugar levels too. And skin properties, I was not aware of. Maybe also got the vitamin A in it. That's probably it's got it. Anything else that you can add, Ashwini?
Nothing much, ma'am. That's it mostly. Moringa powder, moringa. It's like everything could be useful. All the things we can eat in the drumstick family.
Yes. In fact, we have got the moringa powder in our house, and whenever we make the sambar or when we make something called just without the dal, we make something called the korambu or the vetta korambu, which is actually just made with tamarind, and we do tadka in it. In that, I usually add a little bit of moringa because it helps with a lot of the anti-inflammatory properties, especially when you have older people in the house. I feel that it really, really helps with a lot for anti-inflammation. So if you've got the moringa powder, just half a teaspoon in jo koi aap dal banate ho ya koi tadka, say, you make like a light dal, you can add it to that. It'll just give you more flavor.
You know, I added on the idli podi that we use. Idli podi, put a little bit of it, and then you put a little ghee. It tastes really good, and it's really very
wow,
healthy.
That sounds.
Is the moringa powder is the same as the drumstick surgeon?
Yes.
Correct. Yes.
And would it increase also the
Joint pain.
level of hemoglobin?
Yes,
Yeah.
because of the iron levels. Anji,
Properties.
very right.
More than drumstick, moringa, these will give you much more benefits actually.
And
Correct.
joint also.
Like Ashwini was saying, yes, like Ashwini was saying, everything in the moringa, even the moringa flowers, they make a
Yeah,
with
we put moringa
Yeah,
flower.
We Sindhis make the Moranga
Lot of,
raita.
yeah, we make
Flour
raita vegetable.
raita.
Correct, correct.
And
I have a question. The
also-
Moranga powder, the
Ah.
skin is so hard. So they must be grinding the total thing with a green thing. How
no,
do
no,
they
it's
make
the leaves. Morango is mainly the leaves they grind
Leaves,
and powder.
yeah, not the drumstick. They
Not
don't,
the fruit.
Okay, okay.
Moringa
Only the
powder
leaves.
is available in all grocery stores.
Yes,
Or-
it is available in grocery stores and Amazon. In
Amazon.
fact, the organic
Hey,
one from
brother,
Amazon is the best.
Yeah.
I मोरिंगा पाउडर और कड़ी पत्ता पाउडर मिक्स करके ड्रिंक करते हैं तो बहुत अच्छा रहता है डाइजेशन
Acha, fantastic. Good point. So
It's a
moringa
good.
powder and kadi patta powder mix करिए. Or if you go to Healthy Harvest, that's a very good brand for most of these powders and the products that you get. Healthy Harvest.
What's the name of the brand you said?
Healthy Harvest.
Healthy Harvest. Okay, thank you.
Anji. Ha. Sure. Yeah, go on to the next one, Ashwini.
grain for 500
Grain for 500. Okay, fantastic. And who's spoken that?
this Pratibha. This is
Pratibha. Okay, ji. Pratibha ji. Yes. बोलिए.
एक कौन सी ग्रेन गेहूं है
And it's
नहीं
Millet.
जव है जव
millets.
सॉरी
जव है
parsley no parsley
Not parsley. All right, we'll find out.
Jawar hai, safed jawar.
This is mustard seeds. Wow. That's new
Like
one.
mustard.
oh
Wow.
I never heard this mustard seeds
Sarso ka dal.
oh
From
It boosts- It boosts immunity.
Patel Brothers में जब
जी.
चाहिए
Ah, please mute yourself. Kishan ji, please mute yourself. Thank
I
you.
think the
So-
mustard are good for immunity.
Yes, very good for immunity, very good for inflammation, and also a great aid for digestive gastric juices. So they also say na, ki whenever you put in your mustard seeds, when we make sabji with that, and it is very good for aiding your digestion power, and also it helps in metabolic, controlling your metabolism, and also helps very well for the skin. And of course, respiratory health when you clear the congestion. So Ashwini, do you have anything to add to this specifically?
So we were discussing about nuts being the one plant-based source for omega-3. The same way mustard seeds also one of the important plant-based omega-3. Mustard oil gives you that omega-3 fatty acids. So you can usually be saying clinics like keep rotating the oils. Like if you're using one type of oil, don't use it the same oil every other month. So we usually say keep changing the oils. Like if you any type of vegetable oil like sunflower, safflower, or mustard oil. So I'm telling you, if you use mustard seed oil, it will be much better. Or what you can do is every week you can change the type of oil you use so that you can get the amount of the omega-3 fatty acids and omega-6 fatty acids in a proper proportion. Because now there is a major concern that vegetable oils have more omega-6 fatty acids, which is going to make you prone to inflammation. So by consuming the appropriate amounts of omega-3 and omega-6, you can prevent the inflammation. And mustard seed oil being one of the important sources and the best rich plant oil with omega-3 fatty acids. That is my recommendation. And the second thing is that people who are suffering from prostate problems can consume mustard seeds, which will help you prevent the urination problems that occur because of the prostate hypertrophy thing. Two things.
And the other thing is, growing up, my grandmother used to say if we had diarrhea or a stomach upset, she would say, take a spoon of mustard seeds with hot water, just swallow it and you'll be done. And sure enough, in like 24 hours, the diarrhea stopped. She did not believe in giving us Imodium and all these things. That's what we got was mustard seeds.
Yeah.
That's
I
a
have
good to know. That's a good.
I have a question. Mustard, black mustard is red, there's red, black, and white mustard.
White,
So which
yellow.
are the good ones?
Everything has the same kind of potential actually, because everything has the same kind of potential. It's just that what the phenotype differs. The way they are presented is different, but almost all of them has the same kind of medicinal properties.
Okay, thank you.
And
But it
also,
is
also the black variety is more dried up. When you talk about the moisture content also, it could be
Yeah.
slightly different because black mustard seeds, hai na, Madhuji, that's what we
Yes.
use for tadka mostly.
Yeah,
So
we do tadka.
they dehydrate. There is more dehydration that's happening. But as Ashwini was saying, mustard seeds from the entire family of mustard seeds, jo koi varieties hote hai, they have very similar properties. They have very similar properties.
Oh.
And you have to make sure, especially, I think she made a very critical point here about the omega-3 and the omega-6 distribution. We are getting more omega-6 now, and we are not getting the omega-3 as much. So keep swinging between the oils, especially when you come to the United States. We end up using only one type of oil because we buy it in bulk. जैसे Costco में खरीदते हैं या Walmart में खरीदते हैं, we buy it in bigger portions. India में जब हम खाते थे, we used to use oils, different kinds for different things. Like dosa in Italy, we used to use sesame seed oil. For some of the vegetable preparation, we use coconut oil. For the others, we used to eat mustard seed oil. So there is a lot of variety there. Wo jo diversity tha, that has become less after we have started eating the Americanized way.
That's true.
So please back to roots and eat the way that you can, that you've grown up eating, to keep all that nutrients active in your body.
Yeah, but we make a pickle with only mustard seed, powdered mustard seed.
हाँ, जो कोई हम pickle हमारे घर में बनाते हैं, all the mango pickles, lemon pickle, add mustard seed because the powdered mustard seeds, because it's a great preservative also.
Yeah, but
and it gives a lot of bulking. Fantastic.
Yeah, actually, this is just in water. We put the vegetables and the powdered mustard seed, haldi, namak, and little chili powder if you want, and leave it for 2-3 days. It gets sour, and we eat that.
And that
It
water
gets sour with the mustard.
drink. That water is very good to drink.
Very
because
good, yeah.
for your digestive.
Yeah, we do beetroot and also with that.
उसका कुछ कोई नाम है ना, आप कुछ रखते हैं उसका कोई नाम है.
Kanji, I think they call it kanji or something.
Kanji water, yes.
Yeah.
I have a very good friend who makes it buckets and buckets, and she gives it.
Right.
Love it.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Fantastic. This is a very very proactive group. I love this. Okay, who's going next?
Yami, go next.
Please, Kishanji.
300 for vegetables. I think 500 is done, so I'll go to 300.
300 for vegetables. Okay.
Just a capsicum, they call it bell pepper.
Okay.
Either one. So I would go with gives you high fiber and low calories and healthy nutrition. That's all I can say.
Vitamin A and vitamin C.
Fantastic. Yes. I think we've got some very educated and a very smart group here who's, always listening and always ready for gathering information. Anti-inflammatory properties, capsaicin has got, it's used in many of the anti-inflammatory creams, it's medications. Of course, it's, the bell pepper is used in so many different ways. The best way I have eaten it is in your sambar and everything as a great vegetable. But, we can also make stuffed bell pepper, put a lot of that good stuff in it in terms of adding more vegetables in it and stuffing it and baking it. And of course, bell pepper. In fact, bell pepper, jalapeno pepper, and one onion makes a great soup. It makes a wonderful soup. It's called a hot jalapeno soup. Maybe I should share that recipe with Geeta ji sometime.
Yes, please, you should, because I've heard of that bell pepper.
Very tasty soup. soup. It's slightly creamy, but it's got so much flavor in it. My mouth is actually watering right now. I'm actually salivating because it's such a good soup. And with a little bit of bread, green pepper, jalapeno pepper, thoda sa, 1 onion, and then just some vegetable stock. It makes a great soup. I'll send you the recipe. Fantastic. Any other points, Ashwini?
The recent thing that I came to know, it's like maybe you all know, but I came to know recently that the green pepper is the raw pepper. All the other colors are the ripened version of them. Initially, I thought like everything is different. Maybe they are grown differently like that. But recently, I came to know that the green pepper is a raw pepper, and then it goes through the stages till we get the red. Initially green, then yellow, then orange, then finally we get red. As it goes, what happens is that it sweetens. A a green capsicum, if you eat it, it will be somewhat bittery, somewhat raw kind of what a taste will come. But if you eat the red versions, it is not that much bitter or sour or kind of thing. It will be more sweet and thing. And one more thing, one more cooking tip is that if you are going to purchase capsicum, I don't know how you purchase in United States, but here we purchase by hand. So what we do is that there is a small tip. If you have 3 bases, like 3 things, it will be much more bitter. But if you have 4 bases capsicum, then it will be sweet, even though it is a green capsicum. I personally verified it, because if you add somewhat bitter capsicum to the food, it will be what it is. But if you try the 4 bases for a capsicum, it is much sweeter and it gives a good feel actually. And one
So you're
more thing,
thinking about when it sits on the countertop.
the back side of the capsicum, we have
I have
the
one
bases, right? So
question
that one, if it is
regarding
4,
this.
it will be much sweeter.
Hello.
Yes, Haji, wait, please. Yes, please, पूछिए. Haji, please ask your question.
Yeah, मेरा क्वेश्चन है, ये जो फ्रूट्स एंड वेजिटेबल है वो कैन and what you call on frozen.
Yeah.
Is good or not?
Frozen or fresh? Is that what you're asking?
Yeah, frozen or in the can, डब्बे में.
Connection cut. So you're asking me if the canned vegetable or the frozen vegetable are okay to eat. Is that what you're asking, sir?
Right. That's right.
Okay. So let me tell you, canned vegetables was done during the time of depression, where they didn't have availability, or during the time of famines, where they didn't have available fresh vegetables and fruits. Canned vegetables are probably your last option where you do not have access to fruits and vegetables in a fresh form, or you are in a place where there is a lot of seasonal vegetables and some of them cannot be available. For example, corn, or some of your beets and stuff like that. In India, I think none of us have, at least I have never grown up eating any canned vegetables. Canned vegetables was a new agenda for me when I came to the United States. It has got a lot more sodium in it. Nowadays, of course, canned vegetables can be made without much sodium. But the best option for you is to eat the vegetable as quickly as it comes out of the market in its most fresh form. And of course, raw vegetables versus cooked vegetables, all that, we have to talk about hygiene and everything. As far as frozen vegetables are concerned, nowadays, the way it's marketed and the way it's processed and the way it goes into the market is, as soon as they are freshly picked out of the market, they are usually frozen. So sometimes some fruits and vegetables, which may not be available seasonally, like your berries, some of your seasonal vegetables like arbi and stuff like that, if you're not able to get good quality ones throughout the year, then frozen vegetables is a good option. Sometimes they say nutrients in the frozen vegetables could probably be a lot more because they're immediately taken out of the market and they're frozen. But it could be, the best option available, however, is to eat the fruits and vegetables in its most fresh form. So canned is probably my last option. Frozen would be my second option. But the first option is definitely fresh fruits and vegetables. Ashwini, do you have anything to add here?
One more thing is that red cap people who want to get a vitamin C rich food, you can have red capsicum. Specifically, red capsicum is rich in vitamin C. If you found dried capsicum, it should be much more rich in vitamin E if you want vitamin E. And one more point here, which is not said, is that capsicum has also an anti-cancer property because it prevents the growth of the blood vessels, which feeds the cancer. So it is also one of the good agents to prevent cancer.
Yes, yes. In fact, they are doing studies to show very clearly that capsicum, all of your peppers are all actually legalized in terms of some of the medicinal properties, and they're even bringing it out as factors that can be used in medicines in higher levels for prevention of cancer. So the gentleman who asked me the question about frozen versus canned versus fresh, did I give you the answer, sir?
Yes.
Okay, great. Fantastic. Who's going next? I think we've got about 10 minutes.
I just want to add, this is Kiruba. I just want to add locally ground vegetables are, if we can get it, that is the best, locally grown, because, the period of in the refrigerator and everything that counts also. So I just want to add.
Sure, sure. And your name, ma'am, please?
Kiruba Pillai. I'm working
Kiruba.
here. I'm in here. Yes, yes.
Fantastic. Okay. Thank you, Kirubaji. I think that was a very important point. That is a great way to encourage your local markets. They always say that, harvest your own or harvest from your nearby mom and pop stores. And so getting it go to a farmer's market during the summers, especially vegetables there. For example, we buy in a place called Rendezvous. I don't know if you guys have that, but I think Wegmans probably is a good place that you can buy. But any fresh farmer's market that you go to, if you're able to go there, you are definitely going to get much fresher fruits and vegetables than what you would find in, your typical grocery stores, because they're going to be sitting under the light and sitting with the sprayed water and everything for a longer period of time. So they say that before the vegetable or the produce comes to you, it takes a good 20 days from the day that it was actually picked. 20 days. So that is an average I'm talking. Of course, that's why we are not getting the most nutrients from all the fruits and vegetables. So jab bhi aapko chance mile ki local farmers market ho ya Sunday market ho ya Saturday market ho, please go and make use of that, so that way you get more fresh produce. Okay, who's going next? Come on, my people. Who's going next?
Can I go? It's the third round.
No, I second round. If you want. Can I go?
Again, 400.
400 for?
Please give opportunity for the others to speak out. I see only the people who are coming up is coming up. Okay, next.
No, I cannot see. I don't know who's there.
This is Neelam, if I want to go.
Ji Neelam ji, boliye.
Okay, so what is this? This is very hard.
Wheat.
Wheat. Right. This is wheat.
I think brown.
Okay.
No.
Neelam ji, do you have any benefits?
Right.
Right.
No, of course, it is a fiber rich. Of course, it is good.
Yes.
To eat. Of course, it is a lot of benefits all in this wheat product.
It's very good for weight loss.
Yeah.
It's good for weight loss.
Rich in all nutrients are there.
G. And it's also got a lot of fiber and a lot of protein. And I'm sure, like she was telling us, Ashwini was telling us, a lot of your seeds and your grains and everything also has the fiber content, and it also helps lower your blood sugars. And it's also a great source of vitamin B and iron. Anything else that you want to add here, Ashwini?
One thing is that people who are allergic to gluten, so please avoid the rye because it is also one of the gluten component in it. People who are allergic to gluten or have celiac disease kindly avoid rye. That is one thing I want to add.
Great. And I think, rye probably now in the United States, the way, at least in the Indian system of eating, we use rye chapati or rye ka roti and stuff like that. But there is also rye bread, which is high in fiber and high in protein, but it cannot be utilized by people who have gluten intolerance. So you have to be very careful about that, especially with the concerns of gluten. You have to be very careful with using rye. Okay, on to the next one, please. Geeta ji, how much time do we have?
2 more minutes. We took away our 5 minutes before.
That's
so
okay. That's okay. No problem. No problem. Okay, who's going next? Madhuji, Kishanji, anybody else?
Yeah,
I
Go.
right.
Niranjana.
Niranjana ji, please.
Okay.
Yeah. Grain 300.
Grain for 300. Okay, Niranjana ji. Boliye.
Oats.
Oat.
हाँ निरंजना जी प्लीज हाँ ओट्स ओके आप कैसे खाते हो ओट्स को
मैं ओट तो ऐसे दूध में थोड़ा सा गर्म करके अंदर डाल के उसमें ग्रेप्स डालती हूँ सूखी ग्रेप्स और नट्स डालती हूँ और खाती हूँ तो उसमें से सब विटामिन्स मुझे मिलता है और जॉइंट के लिए भी अच्छा है वो और उसमें ज्यादा कैलोरी भी नहीं होती है तो हेल्थ के लिए बहुत अच्छा है
फैंटास्टिक एंड वेरी गुड निरंजना जी आपने तो बहुत सारा जो यहाँ पे लिखा है आपने तो एक ही मिनट में बोल दिया है वेरी गुड सो आई
And also it's gluten free.
Yes, and it's very good for lowering cholesterol. It's got the property that is good in oats. It's all that slimy stickiness to it, which is actually the soluble fiber and the insoluble fiber. So it's both aided for cholesterol and also for digestion. That's the great property about oats, because that sliminess that you get when you cook the oats, that's the property that really provides both. And of course, like all of you said, it's great for satiety. Thoda sa bhi agar kha lo to pet bhar jata hai because of the fiber, because the fiber reabsorbs the water and you feel more satious and you feel more filled up. Ashwini, anything else to add here?
One thing is it is also rich in protein compared to all the other grains we eat. And the other thing is why we are recommending to diabetes the oats all the time, every time, is because the starch the oats contain is resistant starch. So that's why it is preventing the spike in the glucose levels rapidly. So which is very important. Last time we were talking about how we cook and cool it in the refrigerator. Then you get a resistant starch if you want to normally cook the rice and eat. So it's a process, but oats directly has resistant starch in that's in the rice and the oats.
In fact, a replacement for your dosa batter is they make oats dosa with the urad, which actually is a great process of lowering your blood sugar. Also, stone cut oats. Jahan pe jo oats, actually the picture they showed right now, the flat oats, which is stone cut, which is probably the best variety that you can use. It takes a little longer time to cook it, but the longer the process of cooking, the more better it is, as she was rightly saying, because when it is not processed, the 1 minute oats is probably something which is more processed. The stone cut oats, which is thicker and it's flatter and it's got a little line in between, that one has probably got a lot more fiber, a lot more of the nutrients. It takes a little longer to cook, but nevertheless more nourishing and more nutritious. Okay, fantastic. I think we had a great session.
उसका उपमा भी बना सकते हैं हम
जी
उसकी खिचड़ी भी बना सकते हैं
जी
जो आपको पसंद है वो वेजिटेबल डाल के मिक्स करके खिचड़ी अच्छी बनती है
जी we have to hold a cooking competition for India home residents, है ना गीता जी?
Yeah, as you said, Lalita ji,
if you Lalita ji, I
Yes.
have a question. That rye I had never heard in India. Here, rye bread and all that we hear. So it was so kind of wheat. I didn't know it was like a wheat, but
Yes, it's a cousin sister of wheat. You can call her that. So it's got very similar properties, and rye actually has got a lot of protein in it. It's got a lot of fiber in it. But as Ashwini was saying, it is in the same gluten family. So you don't want to consume it if you have gluten allergies.
okay.
Yeah,
thank you.
let's go back to the people screen, Geeta ji, and I think we'll continue it next time going forward. Ashwini, great job. You are a big pillar of support to enhance value and show so much in-depth value, especially because you're you're with the research field, and you give so much insight to it. It's lovely to have you on board, of course. And thank you so much, India Home Residents. You always make my day. You rejuvenate it, and it feels fresh and beautiful after talking to you on a Monday morning.
Same to you also. Thank you very much,
Thank
Lalita.
you, Ji.
Yeah.
And
Thank
thank
you,
you in the
Mama.
background,
Thank you, Ji.
Ashwini.
Thank you, Ji.